Nigerians will match up against Pakistan. Then I begin to start looking at Pool A and see how far they will go. It's looking like the Black Caps are runaway leaders in Pool A. So we're going to be looking at Sri Lanka, Australia, maybe Bangladesh. I don't see England. I think the top four, the way it is now, New Zealand, Australia, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Those four teams. I don't know the order with which they will finish in top four.
But those four look like they will
New
keep
Zealand
their top
definitely.
four place. Okay.
We end that group as group leaders.
So England probably once again have to lick their wounds.
The long knives will come out.
And explain to the whole world what happened.
It's not, for people who think that it's only football that the English are crazy about, or bring out their knives anytime the Three Lions fail to do well at the World Cup. Just wait until they get back from this ICC Cricket World Cup. You'll find out that they do it for every sport. So the waiting game continues for the English. But for Zimbabwe, well, at least they have a victory under the belt.
Yeah.
They may not also qualify from their group, but good experience for the Zimbabweans.
Yeah, good.
No disgrace in... I know it's pretty tight for them to
those names
leave that group, but
those names are scary.
at least they were not disgraced.
They were not.
They put up good fights, and
they were not, and teams didn't make World Cup history by playing against them. So, some people, like for instance, Afghanistan, their first World Cup victory came against Scotland. You know, you don't allow teams like that make records off you, and nobody has been able to do that off Zimbabwe, even though they've lost. But like I said, if you look at our pool, it's scary. Sri Lanka, South Africa, West Indies, Pakistan, even Ireland, and they've lost to some of those. Okay, they'll be playing Ireland this weekend, but they've lost to some of those others that I've mentioned. And I don't know, I don't see them qualifying, but it's good experience for them.
All right, so that's just some quick one for you around the ICC Cricket World Cup. So tomorrow, I think we should begin to take a look at the knockout phase now.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, what are you bringing for us tomorrow?
Well, we look at the star players. You know, in the groups, you still have some matches to play. Some have 4 matches to play. Some have 3 because you'll have to play 6.
You look at our standing players.
Our starting players.
Those who have lived up to the hype.
Yes.
To the expectation.
And
those who are not.
Those who have crumbled under the weight
of expectation.
Especially some players in England. A lot of noise was made about some of their star players. Came to the party, didn't really. Then Zimbabwe, we still have 1 or 2 star players. In spite of the fact that the team didn't do well, you have some standout players. We might also look at that tomorrow.
All right, so tomorrow we'll continue our updates around the ICC Cricket World Cup. Yemi will be giving us those who have lived up to the hype, and he will also tell us about those who are crumbling under the weight of expectation around the ICC or ICC Cricket World Cup. All right, why are you putting your money on Tunde? You change your mind now about who will likely win it?
I'm still thinking Australia can do it. I'm still thinking Australia.
In spite of the fact that they stumbled along the way.
No,
India is not coming your way.
Let's be candid.
South Africa is not high in your reckoning.
It's a tough tournament. It's a tough tournament. You're playing some of the best cricket playing nations in the world. But I'm thinking that the Australians might have an advantage.
Probably with home support as well.
Yeah, but if it's not the Australians, the Black Caps are also looking very decent as well. The Black Caps of New Zealand.
Okay, let's move away from cricket now very quickly. Let's come back home. And this time let's talk about the ITTF Lagos Tour. That's the World Tour. ITTF, that's the Lagos International Table Tennis Classics. Let's talk about it very quickly. It's really closing in on us. And of course, the organizers have named the seats for the Lagos World Tour. Aruna Quadri is Africa's best ranked player, of course, one of the seats, and Egypt are bringing the second top player for this tournament, Yemi.
Yeah, and it's a good one. You're coming to this tournament, and our player is number 1. You have other players in there. Egypt's Dina Meshref also being seeded in that one. Quadri is number 32 in the world, but it's Africa's number 1. Egypt's Omar Assar is number 2. They swapped places. The last time the Egyptian came here as number 1. Yeah. Now the places swapped. And I hope at the end of the day, our man, who has been complaining of recent, but I'm hoping our man would come. Also listed in the top 8, you have Portugal's Andre Silva, Nigeria's Boboye Oyeniyan, Egypt's Khalid Assar, Ojola Onapo, and Togo's Mowusi Agbetogla. I hope I pronounce this right. Sounds like a French name, but that's the top 8. Nigeria's Funke Oshonaike, Adam Offiong are seated 2 and 3 as well. They're also in the top 8.
All right, so we'll be keeping our eyes on that one as well. Of course, we'll be hoping that Haruna Quadri can shake off disappointment of Qatar and Kuwait. This is home for Haruna Quadri. Lagos is home, and he should be able to make home advantage count in this one. And you and I have to be there. Start to get ready. For those who won Haruna Quadri's T-shirts on this show, those who won it, the 2 guys that won Haruna Quadri's, we expect you to wear those sportswears and go and support this guy.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, we need to push this guy and make him achieve something. Well, before we are accused of just being Haruna Quadri, the other Nigerians there as well. Go and show support to these guys.
I mean, all of them are all representing Nigeria. And it's a tournament that has begun to gain international recognition all across the world. So we're hoping that this time around, Nigerians, it doesn't necessarily have to be Haruna Quadri. If it's any Nigerian,
for example, we know Torreira is out of it.
Oh yeah,
we'll celebrate all the same.
All the same. Just as hard.
Team Nigeria.
Just as hard as we would have celebrated for Haruna Quadri.
Yeah. All right, so that's a challenge. And for the women, it's a long time we ever talked about any of our ladies going all the way. But Funke Oshonaike, ageless Funke Oshonaike, still, I mean, go out there, Cecilia Otu, Edem Effiong, go out there and make us proud. Let's come very quickly and talk boxing now. And this time, build up to May 2. In case you don't know what will be happening on the 2nd of May 2015, then maybe you are not residing on planet Earth, because it's easily the richest purse in boxing history. Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao. So what's been happening? Bets have been going on, and it's unimaginable the amount of money that I'm hearing pundits are putting out.
Not only pundits, a lot of people outside who are watching what we call in Nigeria outside betting. A lot of people are already placing bets outside about who the likely winner is going to be. And we're in that a close friend of Floyd Mayweather, the American rapper 50 Cent, is placing is willing to bet $1.6 million on his man to emerge as winner. So it's getting increasingly crazy. It's possible that the amount of money that goes on in betting outside the official channels might even exceed the purse itself, because from what I hear, it's already topped 50 million. The two fighters might split 200 million, and there's still a long way to go. A lot of people are jumping in on this. The fight is beginning to gather a lot of interest and a lot of steam. My problem is that this fight is just coming maybe 4 or 5 years too late.
I agree with your sentiment.
I mean, Manny Pacquiao is 36, Floyd Mayweather is 38. Both of them are probably geriatrics. They should probably enter the ring with walking sticks.
The fact of the case is, it is better late than never.
But it would have been better earlier than later.
Yeah.
Wood is not reality.
But I think boxing fans